Ritter looking to put it up right away. Short throw caught by Bowers. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 35.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Ritter going to change it up. First down, here's White. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now they'll change things around before the snap. In motion, the tight end. Ritter will set up to throw it. That's caught by Myers. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jacoby Myers, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now run straight ahead with Warren. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Jefferson moving in motion left. Fields. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap. Fields eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by White. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, Ritter. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Ritter back to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory. But I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want. And they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
Play action. It's Fields. Got his man. It's Warren. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On the give, it's Warren. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Out of the gun, Fields. Flush to his right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Kittle's got his first catch, and it's also a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's complete to the rookie from Michigan. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. A handoff for Warren. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Flushed out right. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. On first down, it's Fields. Being chased out left. This one caught by Kittle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards. Fields changing the play. They'll look to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Fields throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a Cardinal sin there. Thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. In the second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Ritter headed right off the option. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Ritter with it after the play fake. To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And the Raiders have got him. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Going play action. Ritter. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 40 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Working from the gun, Ritter. To the left side and taken in by Chosen. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Option play. Here's White. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Ritter. He'll get that out to the flat to White. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. How about this? They'll change it at the line. Ritter on the 4th down try. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
In motion goes the tight end.
Final play before the half. Here's Ritter.
Touchdown! Robbie chosen as time expires in the first half.
And the Raiders will extend their lead on the final play of the half.
Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
And now this will be the final play of the half, as with no time remaining, they'll try and add 2 more to the lead right before intermission. They'll throw now on the final play. And it's going to be caught. Not sure why they went for 2, but they do get it. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
We're gonna shut you down.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
That has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Now Ritter going to change up the look.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
They'll dump this one off here to White.
Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
Open man is Myers. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On first down, Ritter. It's Myers again with another catch. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Running out of the gun with White. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Ritter now. He completes it right side to White. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Here's Ritter. Over the middle, and Mayer hauls it in. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that will lead to a third and goal.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. Fourth and goal from the 3. Ritter from the gun. Steps away to his left. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the 3rd quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. And now they'll shift things around. One play action. Fields flush to his right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Fields. Flushed out right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Buying time to his left. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That is caught, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll run it. Warren. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here now, 2nd and 4. Fields going to change things up here. Throwing on 2nd down. Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now it's Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Ritter. That's into the hands of Chosen. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Ritter off the play fake. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Rolling to his right. And it's caught. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. On play action, here's Ritter. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. On the left side, a catch by White. Touchdown Raiders. Zamir White, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Now Fields going to move him around.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Fields. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
To throw is Fields.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
White now on the read option.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down, and it keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Ritter back to throw. They'll try and lay this out for Chosen.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Robbie Chosen
With his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Raiders are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the fourth quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2.
Ritter will throw for it.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They've got his man complete.
And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And one last throw here for Fields.
Escaping the pressure right.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Raiders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Raiders, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.